What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Classic WoW video for Season of Discovery. Now today we're talking about gold making, and we're talking about a different type of gold making that I've been covering in the past. Now I've been talking a lot about how to farm gold and different ways to make gold. Now in this one we'll be talking more about how to use the gold you already made to make even more gold. So to use this method you do want to have some gold. Now you don't have to have thousands, you kind of want to have about 100 gold, but the more you have, the more you can make as well. But you can start small, build this up over time, and just do it more and more often. This is kind of a flip you can do every single day, and I'll go into my whole thought mentality here, why I'm doing this, and talk a little bit about the strategies that I'm using, and certain websites that really helps out as well. Now as always, when it comes to gold making content, you can have access to these videos before they go public by having my gold making guide or by being a member on my Patreon. Now the gold making guide, it's a 157 pages long document for gold making, including gold farms, investments, crafts, professions, and different auction house strategies, and you can check it out through the link down below. Once again, you also get access to a private gold making Discord server where I give you guys even more tips and tricks and early access to gold making videos. That way you can do the investments, you can buy those before they spike in price, you can do the gold farms before they become really contested and really public, and it's just like having access to these methods early kind of means a lot, and you'll be able to make more gold that way, and you're supporting me at the same time. Could be a win-win scenario. Alternatively, check out my Patreon for more gold making stuff like detailed guides, one exclusive video per month only on Patreon, and my TSM strings. Either way, let's get into the video, let's talk about gold making. So at this point, I am raiding Sunken Temple on a fully clear basis once per week, and we have just started doing alt raid as well, so it will be twice per week. Now, that is kind of how I discovered this gold making method myself, because I was buying flasks, like the flasks of Atal Mojo, or whatever they're called, like these ones right here. I bought a couple of these on the auction house on different days, and I noticed that they are really different in price. Like one time they were all the way down to 3 gold, and the next day they were up to 10, and right now they're 6 gold as well. Now me buying them one time for 3 gold and one time for 10 kinda sparked a gold making opportunity in my head, where I started thinking, this could be a good flip. Because people are buying them for 10, but people also bought them for 3. The thing is, a lot of people, when it comes to raids, raid consumes and stuff like that, they don't buy their raid consumables because they're cheap. They buy them because they need them, so they usually check the auction house 1 hour before, 5 minutes before, or a couple of hours before their raid. Basically, when they're doing their raid prep, they check the auction house for the prices, and as long as it isn't ridiculously expensive, they're going to buy it for whatever the price is. So what I did yesterday, for example, was that I bought 150 flasks off Atal Mojo for 5 gold each, and I've sold 133 of those today for 9.7 gold each, basically doubling my gold on this investment. Now in this case, to buy that many items, you do have to have a little bit of capital. So for me, for example, buying 150 of them, that was a solid 750 gold investment based on quick math, 750, and so far we have made 1.3k back, basically doubling my gold. And even when you think about the auction house fee and deposit costs, I'm still making a huge amount of gold here. That's about 500 to 600 gold pure profit so far, and with a couple of items left over as well that I can sell either later tonight or tomorrow as well. So you're making a lot of gold. I've made 500 to 600 gold profit today only, and that is just by posting auctions, which I'm doing anyway because I'm selling raid consumes like the Elixir to Firepower and the Greater Arcane Elixirs. I'm selling those as well, but this is just for buying another item, posting them on the auction house, and making several hundred gold on a daily basis by doing a flip. Now here's kind of where you want to have capital if you want to reset the market. Let's say there are 100 flasks on the market for 3 gold each, or between 3 and 5 gold. and you want to buy them all out, you would have to have between 300 and 500 gold to buy out all those flasks, and then the next price jump could be down to 7 gold. So if you want to reset the price from 3 gold all the way to 7 by yourself, you would have to have 700 gold or more left over to fully reset the price. But what you can do is, when they're super cheap, just buy however many you can, and somebody else will flip the market for you. So what I'm doing, for example, is that I'm buying these items late at night or early in the morning and selling them during raid times. That usually works out all the time for me personally, so just buy them, for example, at midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, or if you wake up super early to go to work, log on, like wake up 10 minutes earlier, log on, buy some of these before going to work, and chances are, when you come back, prices will be way more expensive, because people start buying them to get ready for the raid in the evening. Now, this is not just speculation. Once again, I did buy a lot of them yesterday, and I've sold them today for double the price. So once again, when people need these flasks, as long as they aren't ridiculously expensive, people will pay for them no matter what. It is a huge buff to have inside the raid, so paying 5 gold for that, or 10 gold as well, is going to be nothing for a lot of people. We're making 200 gold per hour anyway, so people would just farm for 1 hour, have enough gold to buy 20 flasks at 10 gold a pop, or 10 flasks for 20 gold a pop as well. So like, this is an item I can see actually going up in price, or at least being volatile to the point where it is right now. And usually why it's cheap in the evening, so why I buy it in the evening, is that after people do their raid, they get these flasks in the raid, and a lot of people sell them after the raid for then to realize they have to buy them back before the next one. So I capitalize on those people offloading hundreds of flasks in the evening. I buy those and I resell them the next day before usual raid time. So like before 5 PM, 6 PM, 7 PM, around those times. Now going over to, like, for example, this has only been my server so far, but we can check out, and this is something I really suggest you do when it comes to flipping, use JP Worgen. This is a website for auctions in Classic WoW where you can see the volatility, the quantity, the actual price as well for the items. So you get kind of a heat map. You can see down here to the bottom right, you have the quantities sold at certain times of the day. So you can see when these are selling the most, and then you can see when they're selling the least on a daily basis. And as you can see right here, it's spiking up a lot around 5 in the evening, and the absolute peak is midnight. So between 5 in the evening and midnight, huge up in price, and then a huge drop again, and then goes up, and then a drop again. Now, when it comes to the left here, you can see the actual price map as well, where you can see the green shows the median buyout, and you can see it goes up and down so much. This is on a 7-day basis right here, so you can see how it's moving the last 7 days, and it keeps going up, going down, going up and going down, and volatility like this is absolutely great if you're trying to flip. This is a flip gold maker's absolute dream right here, a item that is in high demand, thousands of them being sold every single day, or at least hundreds, but even like 1,000 plus on certain servers out there, but hundreds of them being sold every single day, and you can double your gold on literally every single sale. Now, I also want to touch base on the Nightmare Seeds really quick. I personally really like the flasks more than the seeds, and the flasks is because every single one wants to have 2 of them every single week for their raid. No matter if they have their BIS crafted item or not, they still want to have 2 flasks every single week. Alternatively, 1 if you speedrun and you're able to kill all the bosses in 1 flask, which most people are not, but they have upped it now so you can have 2 of them on you at all times. So people want to have 2 flasks to go inside the raid. So this one is in huge demand pretty much all the time, and it's a really good item to flip. When it comes to the Nightmare Seeds, on the other hand, people need to have 20 of them, or 10 per profession. So if you have tailoring, you need to have 10 for tailoring. If you have engineering, you need to have 10 for engineering, and 10 for alchemy, and so on, right? Now, most raiders do have it to crafting professions, so they need to have 20 seeds. That being said, when you have your 20 seeds, the actual demand for seeds doesn't just go down, goes down to 0. You need 20 seeds, then you don't need them at all anymore, unless you want to have, like, for example, your enchant or stuff like that. But the demand for seeds, it's like, it's a one-time demand, while the demand for these flasks, they are going to be there all the time, and you want to have 2 of them every single week. So for me, I've been focusing a little bit on these flasks recently, and I've seen some really good profits by buying them cheap and selling them expensive. Once again, I try to buy them after people offload their stock, after the raids. So like after midnight, I buy so many, I buy all the ones that I can, and then after 5 PM, I start selling, because then typically the price goes up. So if you want to have another way to make gold, well, there you go. Once again, if you want to flip the market by yourself, you do need to have a little bit of capital here, but if you just want to jump on the bandwagon of buying cheap and selling expensive, well, you can start with 5 gold and buy the flasks for 5, sell for 10, and next time you buy 2 flasks for 5 instead of 1, sell both of those for 10, and just double your gold every single time. Either way, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below and let me know how you're making gold in the comments as well, and subscribe to the channel for more Season of Discovery content. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.